What was your first day like of Twitch? My first day at Twitch, I showed up way too early. I found out that it's like a real gamer vibe culture and everyone starts work like at 10. So I was there like 7:38 and like no one's there, including my boss. And so I'm just sitting around. That's when I talked to the receptionist and made a friendship, which was cool. Did you show up first day with a tie on? No, I think I have a photo of my first day. I was so proud to work at Twitch, bro. Just because I wasn't sure I was gonna get a job. You know, like after how much grinding I'd done in college and like, it's just like, I was so proud to work at Twitch. So I think I wore the purple hoodie like every day. Here's, I did not know about this. I wish I hadn't found this, but I've already laughed at it, so you have to see it, which is really embarrassing. But this is a tweet from my first day at Twitch. Oh, dear God. Awesome first day at Twitch. Learned cool stuff, met cool people, and still managed to fit in a Super Mario 64 speedrun. Hashtag game life. Oh, dear God in heaven. Game life indeed. That was 9:32 p.m. after I got home, I guess. Oh, here it is. This is my very first day at Twitch. I found the photo. I wore this like too big collar dress shirt, which again wasn't the vibe, but they gave me my hoodie that day, so I just wore that pretty much every day. Anyway, so this is me in my desk. I think first day I met with the CEO, Emmett Shear. I had well, again, this is only 100 people at this company, right? I'm very early on. So everybody met with the CEO. I met with the CEO and he didn't know anything about marketing at all. He's an engineer through and through. And he loved Hearthstone. That's basically it. We just had like this awkward meeting, which was scheduled for like an hour, where he just like was like, so what are you gonna be working on? And I was like, well, I don't 100% know yet, but my boss just told me I might be handling the front page and things like that. And so he's like, cool. What do you think about Twitch? That was that. And then I set up my shit. This is a tweet. Okay, so Ben SW, if you type not like this, that is Ben SW. My friend, my good friend now, Ben SW was a bit of a shit talker, a bit of a wild man, and he was being personally trained by Bobby Scar. So Bobby Scar, again, very good Melee player, longtime veteran, was formerly a tournament threat, like a top player in the world. And Bobby Scar was now working at Twitch and training Ben SW. And they both worked there longer than me. So in my first, week, I'm already kind of talking shit on people, you know, like pushing some buttons in the break room. Like, oh, you know what? I could beat you at League of Legends. I could beat you at Melee or whatever. I don't know. I don't play Melee at all, but I just assume. I'm a grinder. It was funny because Ben SW had to bring Bobby Scar his coffee every morning to get Melee training. This is real. Ben SW would show up earlier than Bobby, make him a coffee, bring it to his desk in order to get trained at Melee. That's a real story. Ben SW is probably the most active grinder in the Melee lunchroom. Like at lunch at Twitch, there was this fun break room with a CRT. Other people would play Melee. And he was the grinder. He wasn't particularly good, but he was like the guy always there. And so I think what happened is I challenged Ben SW to a money match. And then I went on teamliquid.net, which is where I used to work. And I asked people for help. And then I grinded for 2 weeks. And then I beat Ben SW and got 50 bucks. And I distinctly remember he got actually pissed because I won the money match. And then there was the money on the thing. And he was so mad about it. I thought it was kind of for fun. I thought it was like a good vibes thing. But he was like really pissed off because obviously he'd been practicing longer than me. He was in such a bad mood about it that I remember I said, hey, we don't have to do this for money if you don't want to. Like after I won, I was like, hey, we don't have to do the money, which actually was a bad thing to say because first of all, it's kind of condescending. And then second of all, he made 4 times my salary. I was making jack shit, bro. I was a marketing coordinator at the time. This dude was clearly more paid than me. And so again, he's not really higher up than me. He was a young, he's like my same age. He's like a, low level engineer, but he's making a lot more than me. And he grabbed the money, like all the bills, threw it at me and said, I don't need the fucking money. And stormed out of the break room. At which point I posted this picture on Team Liquid and thanked all my people for helping me. But then the next day, no, I didn't post this tweet. This tweet's a throwback Thursday after me and Ben SW were cool. I only posted this on Team Liquid where nobody would see it, okay? I just found this picture later. It's a throwback Thursday. I tagged him in it later after we were cool, okay? I didn't post this the next day. Next day, I'm sitting at lunch at one of the little circular tables at Twitch, you know, just getting a snack or whatever and chilling. And Bobby Scar, who I haven't really met yet, comes and sits down at my table and he goes, I heard you're trying to fuck with my protege. Again, all of these guys were like really close friends now. Like I love both these guys a lot. Like they're some of my best friends in the world. We just had a really fun hangout at Genesis. But like this is how I met them. He's like, you think you're good? You think you can beat me? And I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't think I can beat you. He's like, you think you're fucking good? You think you're gonna fuck with Ben like this? I mean, he's like talking shit. Again, we're coworkers. I want to tell you how Twitch was not a workplace. I just want you to understand Twitch is like, it was 100 people that grew rapidly during the time I was there, but like it had no structure and everyone at the beginning was a hardcore gamer. We were all just riding by the seat of our pants. It was a crazy time. And we had just infinite money, free snacks, free drink. I mean, it really was a cool thing. I'm so thankful I got to experience that because I made some real true friends and it's like, I don't think I'll ever see that again. That level of Silicon Valley excess, but it wasn't a real job. Yeah, everything up into the right. He kind of chump checked me a little bit, which only at the time made me want to grind harder. So I started grinding more Melee because of that, because I wanted to start fucking people up. And my thought was eventually I'd be able to fuck up Scar, which didn't happen the entire time I worked there. Although actually, well, no, I take it back. It didn't happen the entire time I worked there, but I came back to Twitch for Blur's retirement party. They had a retirement party / tournament at the Twitch office when Blur quit, not retired, but quit Twitch. Everyone was invited and I came back and I got second place in that tournament, beating Scar and Toph. And it's the best, it's my personal opinion, my favorite tournament I ever did. I beat Scar's Falcon, I beat Toph's Falco, I beat everybody but Nintendude's Ice Climbers, which of course I couldn't fucking beat. Nintendude's Ice Climbers he was still actually a tournament player at the time. Best tournament I ever did. It's a fair loss. But that was after Twitch. The whole time I was there, he fucked me up. So yeah, these guys are chump checking me and I'm grinding. And I remember, this is a fun story. So my boss, who we've had on the stream before, my actual boss at Twitch, his name's Fish Sticks. He's the GOAT. He was a boss. Again, he was a young boss. He's way younger than I am now. And he was my boss. Maybe he was 26. And so he like, you know, he's a good guy, but like he's learning as he goes as well. And he was trying to like relate with me. I remember this is a very vivid memory I have where I was like playing Melee on a break and he wanted to talk to me about work stuff and like, you know, catch a vibe. And so he sat down, he's like, plug me in. I toss him one of the extra controllers. He has like one of the beat up like communal controllers. I'm using like my controller and he like plugs in and picks Mario and I'm just fucking him up with Sheik, dude. I'm just like, he's like, so yeah, we got this upcoming quarterly report or whatever. And I'm just like, here's the problem is in that situation, there's no winning. If you're a Melee player and you've been in the situation, there's actually no winning. If you are a Melee player that knows how to wave dash and play good against someone who doesn't, you either are purposefully sandbagging, which is cringe, or you try to beat them as quickly as you can and be like, you know what? It's a hard game. There's no way to do it. There's actually no way. Don't play it, man. That's what I ended up doing. I switched to a different character. I switched to Luigi or something. I remember he only played like a little bit and then he's like, okay. And he unplugged. How about pause and talk? Yeah, I think we just left and talked.